servers at the top down? What do you think?
Working on it.
Okay. Good job. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. You sound great. Keep it going. People bound to arrive? Okay. Let me get those guys down, but they're pretty recalcitrant. That's okay. I'm so glad you're here. Hello. Did you already register? You got a seat? You can sit anywhere you want. There's plenty of room on the other side as well. Would you like to follow me? Walk this way. Literally. We're going to go right through. You're right in the middle now. Have a seat anywhere you like over there. Yeah. Follow the bell. Follow the bell. One, two, let's all play, go. All your fault, you remember? You started the rhythm.
I did, didn't I? You're right.
Good
I'll
job.
start another one.
Good job. Excellent shirt, too. I love that. High visibility. And with this, trophy. You know? We got an ensemble here. Very cool. This is beautiful. You got this going. Nice. Take yourself down. Great. Hi. Hey, would you like to sit closer in? You'll feel the energy more.
I'd like sitting on something.
Okay, whatever you need to do. Hey, buddy, I've got a seat for you with a drum with your name on it.
I'm there.
You ready? Come on.
Ready.
Let's walk this way. Find a seat in this area. We'll fill it up. Thank you, buddy. Hey, good morning. That's right. We're hitting it. You guys, hold. Check them out. Give them a hand. Woo! Nice and strong. Keep it going. Keep it. Are you ready for the rhythm coming to you? Are you ready? Giving it to them. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Stop and go. Check them out. Give them the hook. Nice job. Good job. Thank you. Very cool. Ready to give it back? No. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. To you. And 1, 2, 3, go. warm up. Yeah. Give yourselves a hand. That's what this is about. So who the hell am I? That's a very good question. What are we doing here? That's another good question, and I don't have that answer. You do. My name is John Fitzgerald, and I'm a trained drum circle facilitator. I do this all the time, and I work with lots of people that work with people for every outcome you can imagine. Rhythm is a powerful tool for organizing ourselves and expressing emotion. So in every community that we work with, whether it's pregnant women or grief groups, and everywhere in between the life cycle as human beings, we have an opportunity to connect to each other in a meaningful way. Sometimes it's difficult for people to do that in conversation. You can lower it just a little bit while we're not playing. So today, so that's the power of rhythm. You know, rhythm is something that we have lived in as a species and before the distinction of our species for a really long time. Because we've always been in the cycle, even on Earth, of diurnal nocturnal. Our hearts beat 3.5 billion times in a normal lifetime. You can bring it down a little bit, thanks. So rhythm is all around us, and cycles are all around us. We coordinate action and organize our lives around rhythm. How many people set appointments at a particular time of day? So you may even say, oh, I'll be there in about 15 minutes, and you'll get there in about 15 minutes because internally your clock is saying it's time. So this is another distinction we make around rhythm. However, it is also a fundamental piece of music making. It's the most fundamental level. Even pitch is rhythm. It's vibrations or frequencies. So when we're in rhythm, we're able to express ourselves in a very fundamental way. And when we're in rhythm together, we get to have the experience of empathy, of bonding, and many other things that are a consequence of the way our neurology works. It's been developed by evolution for the purpose of survival. Why do we sing together since the beginning of time? Why do armies march together? It's a sense of unity and coordinated action. And what is it like when we feel really in sync in a workplace, a friendship, in a conversation, versus out of sync and not quite connecting? It's a very different experience, and we tend to discredit it without thinking about this piece that is so below our cognition and in our bodies, in our emotions. Very important domains if we're to work together well. So today, I am honored to be here. I have to tell you, I'm so thrilled to have met Deb. Where's Deb? There she is at the Percussive Arts Society International Conference. She and I and 5,998 other percussionists. Big conference, and she came to me after a presentation and said, I would love to do this at our conference. So here we are. What the hell are we doing at your conference? So that's the question, right? So, change. Lots of changes happening right now for everybody. There's a time in society where there's a great flux and flow, and there's great stress and tension around that. So how do we address change personally and also with our friends, families, and organizations? And how do we approach change without shutting down in anticipation of some perceived possibility of disaster? Because there's just as wide, and I believe wider, possibility of opportunity for learning, for success, for creating new value and connections. So we just did something that was probably a bit of a change for most of you. How many people here experienced that as a change from your normal life and daily experience? Raise your hands, right? So I want you to reflect about, well, how did you come into this experience initially? And then how did it feel after you were in it for a while? And what I heard, could I have just shout out a word of your experience of what we just did? A word, any word.
You were together.
Together, fun. What else? In sync. What else? Creative. Nuts. Excellent. We gotta have the permission and the breadth of expression to be a little nuts sometimes, right? What else?
In the moment.
In the moment. Meditative. Wow. So listen to the distinctions that people are making about their experience. That was a novel experience and could have presented a challenge. You could imagine that if you walked into a room with a bunch of drummers and some guy up front saying, you play this, and you play this, you might have had a very different experience. Why? They know what they're doing, meaning I think I don't, right? Right? Yeah, what else might have happened? They're used to it and you aren't. Right. Unfair advantage.
Others would have taken up leadership. You're the one who had to sort of lead the rhythm and see if others would have stepped in.
Well, maybe. So that's a discussion about leadership and being willing to serve, right, which we can get to too. So here's what I've noticed. That if a group, and by the way, we'll start again. You guys, you can see what's happening here. It's fun, it's safe. Nobody dies, nobody loses a limb. Yet. Could be the first time, but I just want to let you know you're welcome in. That what I attempted to do was create the context for collaboration by creating a safe place. And in the process of doing so, I also created a little bit of control for the group. I set the chairs. We helped, Deb and many others. We set the chairs. We set the instruments out. We chose the instruments. There's a certain control. There was also control of a pulse that you might have felt that was basic to everybody's music. Right? So there's a certain amount of control, but there's also a huge territory for your contribution. And you felt safe enough to contribute, right? You felt playful, curious, fun, exploratory. So we're going to go back and we're going to play. I'm going to shut up very soon. I know it. I can tell. But I want you to kind of reflect as we play, as I do some different things and you experience them. What is your experience of this? What is your experience of change? What is the experience of having input and being a collaborator that's able to contribute? And that doesn't mean play. For the guys up here who are observing, you're also holding a space for us to do what we're doing. And I don't think you're sitting there in judgment. I have the feeling you're sitting there in kind of appreciation, right? So this has a value too, right? In any organization or for any individual, we need appreciation, and we need to be seen in the territory of our capacity to make and create and do. Yeah. So as we move into this next section, I don't know really what I'm going to do because I am an improviser at heart. I have notes, and let me show you. That's how long they are, okay? About 12 words. I'm not going to be looking at them much, but I'm going to be in the moment and try and bring us into places that are interesting, and perhaps you'll be leading too. I don't know. We can talk about leadership later. I think what I'd love to hear from anybody, including your guys up there, is a simple rhythm. Who would like to give us a simple rhythm? Super simple that we can all, you know that we'll be able to feel and follow. Who would like to do that? No, and we'll support you. Even if you falter when you begin, we'll help you get there. Feel free to. I saw a movement over here. Listen. Just a moment. Keep it going. Feel it? What I want you to do is feel the essential rhythm. Add a little bit of your own. Feel the essential rhythm. Add a little bit your own. Now, make it your own. You don't have to play what he's playing. Make it complementary rather than copying. Thank you, brother. Keep it going, you sound great! get to play whatever you want from your heart. You don't have to play the key plays. Hey, and you get to play whatever you want. You don't have to play the same thing. Anything you want, right? Hey. You should. When are you going to ever have a chance to play with 200 people close to the room? Maybe never again. Huh? Whatever you need to do. You know you're welcome, right? I need you to, can you do your rhythm again? Would you copy him exactly? Yes. Just like this. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going, don't stop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this is the rhythm we started with, and I noticed a lot of people played exactly that rhythm. Right? Dun, ga, dun, dun, dun. My invitation, find something that complements it instead of playing it. So, I like the, oh, you know we should do this too. Shakers, 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 shakers. Let's hear the shakers, 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 shakers. Would you join us and help me be solid and a little loose? Dum, 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 dum. Right, exactly. There you go. Shakers. Okay. Shakers are a soft voice, but they're important. We're going to switch to the tambourines. Tambourines. 1, 2, your turn, go. Shaker, stop. Tambourines, tambourines, tambourines. Tambourines, just the tambourines. Ah, the shiny sound. So this is about connecting to our circle and who's in it. So I'm listening for the different voices. Are you? Now some people have, could you hold that up high? The blocks. There are wood ones, there are plastic ones. We're going to switch to the blocks now. From the tambourines, 4, 3, 2, blocks go. Tambourine, stop. Right? Who's got a block over here? Nobody? There's one right there. Let's hear your block. This is a very different character of sound, just like the people we work with and love. Everybody has a different character of action and voice. All are important to the conversation. Those soft shakers are essential. Okay, who's got a bell? You ready? If you have a bell, get ready. We're going to go to you. 1, 2, go to the bells now. Give me a rhythm on your bell. Ah, now there's melody here. Isn't that lovely? Is this thing on? I think it is. A little more volume if you can. Okay. Remember the shakers? I want you to bring shakers back in. Shakers, 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 shakers. Blocks, blocks, come on in. Tambourines, come on in. Bass drums, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, here's the voices in our circle that are light, lively. This is the spice in our conversation. Keep it going. Drums, drums, give me one. Shakers, bells, blocks, and tambourines. Drums, drums, give me one. That's right. Okay. Deb, would you come in with the bass drum part? Anything you like. Play something different than she did. Different. You can play something different than she does too. Different than she does. Okay, drummers, I want you to listen to what's going on. Create something brand new for yourself and for us. Come on in when you feel it. At your leisure. Little note here, little note there. Giddy-giddy-gin, giddy-gin. Biddy-ding-ding. Dog, dog, ga-da, 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 da-da, da-da, go, go. That's it. Right now, I hear more diversity in our sound. Bring it on, bring it on. Yeah. I love it. What else do we need, right? Hey. You guys are the quiet duet back here. I kind of like that. Are you hearing each other? Cool, man. That's great. I love it. I got a song for you. You sure? You're loving this. You're sure? A little shaker, a little strong, maybe a hammer. Oh, really? Are you a dancer? Are you a dancer? You like to dance? We'll get I'm sure there's some other dancers. We'll get them in the middle. Wait. Nice job. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Michelle, how are you? Really good. They think I'm supposed to be leading, but actually I'm not. Absolutely. Yeah. Keep on going. You sound great. You don't really need me, do you? Check, check. There I am. Now you guys have to work together to hold this rhythm together. You need to listen to each other, not look at me. Right? Okay. So this tribe has its own vibe. Here's another tribe. You guys ready? Hold on. Giving it to them. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Different tribe, different vibe. Nice job. Are you guys ready? And that means you too. You get to clap or hoot and howl, whatever you want to do up there. Or text like mad. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen and connect. Find your connection. There you go. There you go. Feel it. Own it. Are you ready? Different tribe, different vibe. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the groove, find it. Listen to each other. Find it. Listen and find it. Ah, good job. Keep going. Keep going. One, two, let the play go. Keep it going, don't stop. 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 Deb's a percussionist. You can always cue off her for time. Listen and play with confidence. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. The bass drum. Let's just actually play straight pulse, just like doom, 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 just straight, doom, 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 just straight, boom. I want to go back to that. I realized I wanted to make a particular point, which is about common intention. Because if we come together to collaborate and we don't know what we're collaborating about, or we don't feel the same way about the collaboration, its outcomes. Matter of fact, let me slow it down a little. Let's let that sink in for a minute. At the fundament of what we do when we're in relationship with others, or our work, or ourselves, or our spirit, or whatever it is an intention. I want you to allow this bass drum sound to be the heartbeat of that intention for us. Right now, the point is just to come together in rhythm. Not just, but to express our individual uniqueness through sound. That's really expressive of exactly who you are. Nobody ever will play what you play today. Not in the same way. Not with the same feeling. That feeling might be excitement or kind of fear. Oh, hell, what am I doing? It can be many things, and they're all the contributions we need. Right? So when you feel this pulse here, that's it. Beautiful. Just allow it to be part of our experience, our shared experience. And what we're going to do is add in I'm going to maybe we'll add in section by section and at your leisure. Nice and steady. That's it. Just one or two notes that make this a richer experience, more beautiful, more interesting, whatever it is, okay? So keep that pulse going, just like that, guys. I'd like to invite the folks in this section, add a little note, maybe two, ding, coo, coo, coo. And feel this pulse, right? No wrong notes. There you go. Now listen to what's happened here. Listen to the curiosity that's finding purchase in this pulse. One or two notes make this a bit more rich, interesting, fun. Come on in when you're ready. Ding. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, this is getting interesting over here. What do you think? How about you guys? You ready? One or two, three notes, just a little bit. Bring it in. Ah, that's good, huh? You too. Beautiful. Good, thank you. Ah, it's getting richer and richer. I love it. Keep cooking the stew. You can begin to vary your part. Leave a little more space, a longer phrase, whatever you want to do. You're welcome to change your part up, vary it a little bit. Feel free to vary your part any way you like. Yeah. Look and listen around you and notice the parts that are playing with you. Maybe you're having a conversation you didn't know about. Listen to your left, to right, behind you, across the circle. Who's playing what you're playing? Or something similar? Is there a conversation you're in? Yeah. Good. That's great. You can't abandon your post yet? All right.
No, I trust you. And we're listening.
You guys, keep it going, okay? Keep that going just like that. Keep playing, don't stop, okay? You're going to create a little ensemble, 4 or 5 people. You keep going. playing, don't stop, okay? Keep playing, don't stop, all right?
Okay.
No matter what I do, just keep going. You got a bunch of other people going to keep going too. Nice. Oh yeah, you're right in front of me. Keep going just like that. Other people are going to keep going too, all right? Good. Keep going, don't stop. No matter what I do, keep going. No matter what I do, keep going. Continue. Keep going. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you know this was happening? There's a conversation going on over here. Hear this? And this guy, listen to him. He's got a whole other level of thing to say, right? And yet, at the bottom is what? So I want you to listen. And when you feel it, come back in with something entirely new. And ready. And anytime, come on in and... Nice job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. About, right? Yeah. Just like that. Perfect. Hi. Could you sit down here, do that, and keep it going? Come on down here. I want to be able to hear you a little bit better. Right there would be great. Could you keep that going? Don't stop, all right? We'll get a bunch of people going to help you out. Keep that going. Don't stop. He's going to keep going, too. Keep it going. Ooh, I like that. Would you three keep going? Don't stop. We're going to have a bunch of other people going too, okay? This is where we get to... Well, you do too, the quartet. Bring it on. You guys, good? Don't stop no matter what I do. You keep going. All right. Now what else? Yeah, you. Keep it going. Don't stop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, collaboration and listening, right? There we go. So now you have to find yourselves in this. Listen for the pulse. Look for the pulse and listen for the pulse. And it's slowing down now for some reason I don't know. Now some leadership is taking place. Listen. Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Some leadership is taking place. Right? And will you choose to follow that leader? It's up to you. I'm not in charge here. Did you hear it? Did you feel it? Then you stepped in. But it took somebody to decide, I want this to keep going, and I feel there's still an opportunity here to put enthusiasm on the drum, to set the pulse and the pace for us all. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. So we want to appreciate our leader. And he's kind of an animal, isn't he? I'm finding that out. So we've got a little bit more time. What time do you have right now, Deb? Okay, we got 12 minutes. So a number of things happened this last section that I'd like to reflect on. Change happened again and again, right? Some of you were asked to continue playing, and everybody else stopped. What did that feel like for you? Anybody that was playing when we stopped the rest of the group? What did it feel like? Huh? A little intimidating. How did you deal with the intimidation? What did you do? Did you stop? Did you go? You went. Right. What allowed you to do that?
I'm a leader.
You're a leader. Well, and I think this is a conversation about self-leadership and what that means. There's choice here, right? Even if somebody else is in charge, has the title, or is actually leading, we have the opportunity to say, I'm choosing in to support this because I believe in it, for whatever reasons, right? Anybody else? What else was your experience in, being like one of the 5 that were left playing? It might have been fun, it might have been freaky. What else?
Responsibility.
You had a sense of responsibility? You had to listen to yourself. That's interesting. Tell me about that experience.
Oh, when I'm listening to other people to adjust what I'm doing, then it's easier to improvise. But then when you're doing it by yourself, you have to focus on it.
Did you feel you were by yourself?
Well, I mean,
That's the language you used.
hear it more clearly.
Right. You were more exposed.
Yeah.
There was less anonymity. The thing about drum circles and any group activity, you get over 15, 20 people, and everybody goes, nobody can really hear me anyway, so I'll just be back here working on my cell phone or playing whatever I want because I'm safe to do that. So anybody else would like to tell us what it felt like to be one of the small group of people that continued playing? Felt like pressure. So tell me about that. That sounds like a sense of responsibility, yeah? And it was leadership, right?
In a way,
Yeah.
You've got the one that sticks out from the...
Right. Now you guys had there was a partnership here, right? Did you notice that these guys are playing complementary? Hit your instrument. So they had complementary sounds. Okay, that's enough. Jesus. God. Go and go and go. So you actually had a partner. Did you find yourself relating to each other?
Yeah, I was here for her. And when I got off, I listened for her and said, okay, where do I come back in? Yeah.
Right. Are we talking about teamwork? Absolutely. And there's also the thing of what makes teamwork possible. Because we could always work with each other, but if we don't feel an affinity for one another, and even empathy, it's like, oh, that person's getting off, let me help them. We might let them fail, which is really letting myself fail. You know, and letting the team fail and the community fail. So I think it's worth kind of bringing these conversations out a little bit, because in a work day and in life, we get so pressured to just go forward and do that piece that we're supposed to do. We forget what we do affects others. And that actually, here's what I think. Work should be fun. I think life is about joy. And that if we can be in a place of really, you know, giving our best and enjoying your success and you're appreciating my success, I'm going to be in a place where this is fun. And even if I'm sweeping the floors, right? Because it's not really about what we do, it's how we do it and how we feel about what we do. And that happens in the company of others, and we are social beings. So, having somebody to depend on, to help out, there's a little pressure, you feel responsibility, but I'm listening to you, you're listening to me. Sorry, I'm speaking really quick. There's a beautiful thing here, right? And that's a lesson. What did it feel like to be the rest of you guys when you heard the small groups? What was your experience hearing them exposed? And all of a sudden you're hearing these relationships that you probably didn't notice because we were so big. Thoughts about that? How can I join in? It was attractive. What else? Yeah.
Similarly, I didn't know they were told to keep going, and I was like, who are these people?
Oh, they're special. Right, so that's an interesting perception from outside with limited information, but there was it sounds like you were attracted to it. It was fun, it was cool. What else? What else came up? Any of you guys sitting back there observing us in the Petri dish down here? What came up for you?
It was interesting watching your role. You did go around and whisper little things to people.
Right. In that case, I was reinforcing this signal, which means continue to play. But it's the one that's hardest to get people to feel comfortable with. Because, of course, they feel like, everybody stopped, I should stop, even if he told me to play. They forget. I mean, what happens? That's a stress response. Right? I said directly to somebody, continue to play, and even gave them the signal. And then when they stopped, their brain shut off and they stopped because they didn't want to be out there by themselves. So, interesting, right? Yeah. It's always reinforcing the message. For me, that's leadership. And really, you know, my job is to make it safe for you. So that you can be the most you can be.
I was afraid for some of the people I saw you, it's like coaching.
Yeah. How did that show up for you?
I think I saw you around and encouraged people.
Yeah. And I sat down and I played with people. I modeled their parts. We played together. We laughed a little bit, goofed around, you know. So that's also about creating relationship. It's not really goofing around at all, and it is really goofing around. So, any other thoughts from you guys who were not playing about what it was like to see those little ensembles pop out? Yeah.
It was a learning experience.
Tell me.
I would listen to people and I would think, gee, how could I do something?
Oh, interesting. Did you hear that? He said, oh, that was a learning experience. Now that I can hear that, how could I do something like that to contribute? So there was an opportunity to see, appreciate, and then maybe learn and have an enriched set of ideas as a consequence. So then I said, come on in, bring something in that will make it more interesting, fun, beautiful. What happened when you started to play again, and what was your perception of our sound once we were all in? Thoughts about that real quick? Because we've got to play some more, right? What did it feel like to bring in a couple of notes instead of all your notes and be a contributor that created a whole out of small contributions?
Felt cohesive instead of chaotic.
Cohesive instead of chaotic, yeah. And there was another comment? Did I hear? Yeah.
It sounded like
Pink Floyd. Rock on, baby. Excellent. Well, you know, I want to actually tell me why it sounded like Pink Floyd to you.
Because on some of their older songs, I guess, they were just having
Right. So there was it created an atmosphere, didn't it? You know, when we were really listening and really being thoughtful about our contributions, it created like this context, emotional context that was different. How would you characterize that? He said, it sounded like Pink Floyd, but what was the character of the music we played after we just came in with a few notes and were really thoughtful? What did you... Seemed well organized. Okay, good. My experience was that it was people were listening to each other more, and there was sort of a more fitting into the little places in between. What came up for you when you came back in? Yeah.
I stopped looking and started, I actually closed my eyes and started actually listening.
Oh, listening, what a concept.
Trying to watch the beat happening.
Right.
Really focusing on that stuff instead.
Yeah. And we are making music, right? And we are using our auditory sense. So there's kinesthetic happening here and somatic, but listening.
I felt like when I was playing solo, it sort of like
When you're playing solo, yeah.
the drums around me, there was less room for creativity because I needed to focus on the keeping
Mhm.
it rather than just switching it up constantly, responding to what other people are doing.
Right.
I felt like there's more room to fail in the experiment when there are more people.
Oh, there's more room to fail in the experiment when there are more people because you have support. You can take a risk. That's really important to collaboration, and we're back to safety, right? There's a certain amount of safety that was required to be willing to take the risk, and we created a context where there was a certain amount of control, there was a pulse, and an opportunity for collaboration and risk-taking. Yeah?
Okay, so we're having sort of a discussion on Facebook. We're trying to figure out what the underlying rhythm. I think most of us here are familiar with Western ideas of music.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like when I started counting the rhythm, they were at least something in the 8-beat measures that we're used to.
Mhm.
So I think it was part of the collaborations. We had certain fundamental understandings of what we expected from music.
Great.
So
Right.
that kept things together.
How many people were born in Western countries? Raise your hand. You're born in the United States, Europe, someplace. How many people were born in Asia or Southeast Asia or some other country? Raise it high. Let's just see. So we have some different influences, but small. Sure, our context is common. We've listened to pop music. Doom, spat, doom, doom, spat. All of it actually came from West Africa through migration. And have you heard this one? Goom, bat, goom, goom, bap, doom, bat, goom, goom, bap. You'll recognize this. This is a West African rhythm. The original is doon, 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 or dang, dang, did it, and gang, gang, get dang, gang, get it, and gang, gang. Migrated through the African diaspora up into the southern United States, became funk. It's also shave and a haircut, 2 bits. So we have a common language, which also helps with collaboration. Otherwise, you have another level of understanding to create, right? But yeah, so 4/4, 8 beats. We're in that duple, meaning 2 thing. There are rhythms in 3 and 5 and 7 and 11 and 15 if you go to certain cultures. I'm talking too much, and I think we're ready to move on to a little bit more playing before we go. And I think a little bit is right. How many minutes we got? 0. Uh-oh. So I don't want to leave without playing. How about you? Can we play a little more? Let's see. Who's got a rhythm? Give me a simple rhythm. Who's got a rhythm they'd just like to share? Give me a tip. You're not going to be able to keep that going, man. Okay, you're going to get tired, man. Can I give this 60 seconds?
Yeah.
Keep it going, you sound great! Oh, chant. I'm going to forget it. I think about doing a chant, but I think it just feels good and we'll leave it at that. Keep it going, you sound great, bye-bye. Hey, man. How are you? Good. job. You're looking very serious. I love that. Help us out back there, yep. Oh. Here we go. A little bit faster. Watch me. Big deep breath. Let it out with your voice. Whoa! Ba-dum-bum. Thank you so much. You sounded great, and I so appreciate your help. Give yourselves a hand. So I have two more things to say. And both of them are very important. One of them very important to me, and one of them I think important for us. So we're about to go on a break, and I would like to offer you the opportunity to find the person you know the least, and invite them to walk with you to the break, and have a short conversation about collaboration, control, and change, and how this experience related to those subjects. See somebody you don't know that well, maybe somebody you don't know at all. There's an opportunity to get to know them better and have a little bit of a conversation on the way to the next break. Okay? Cool? It's an invitation, not a demand. Could be interesting. Who knows? And the other thing is, I'd like to ask you to repeat after me. It goes like this. I. Drum. Therefore, I schlep. Excellent. What I want you to do is take your drums and put them against those boxes over there. Not inside. And put the percussion, I'll put a lid out, put all the small stuff inside that lid. All the way over there, carefully and courteously. Thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you the rest of the day.